Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are ready for today's tutorial. This video is going to be a full face tutorial using brand new products that I've never tried before. I'm going to be using new skincare, new brushes, new shadow, new foundation, pretty much new everything. There's maybe like 5 products or so that aren't new. They might be new to you, so I guess that can count, but it's new stuff and I just really wanted to create a look with everything just to kind of step out of my comfort of using like the stuff I normally use all the time. Before we get started, please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you are not, and if you are, make sure to give this video a like and also comment down below. Send me some hearts, send me some love, let me know what's up, let me know if you're feeling this look. And without further ado, let's get this video started. Another pimple. It's literally been nothing but pimples all week. And that one looks like a blackhead too. All right, so I went ahead and did my eyeshadow base first. I just did it off camera just because there isn't like a new one that's really out. It's the same one I always use, my Plouise, in case you're wondering. I'm now gonna go in with the Alamar Cosmetics palette. I'm really intrigued to use the blues, but I really wanna use a Malecon as well. I don't know, we're just gonna use everything and see how it goes. I'm gonna go in first with the shade Coco Taxi and the 228 Luxe Crease Brush from Zoeva. I'm gonna be focusing this shade more towards the outer corner of the eye and lightly taking it up. The shade is in between like tangerine and mustard because it's not too orange, but it does have like a slight yellow undertone in there. And as always, I really like to build my crease and my transition to really take my time on this part of the eye. I'm now gonna go in with the shade Tropico and Cafecito. These are gonna be added right in my crease area. And I'm taking this Luxe 227 to apply the shades with. So first we're gonna go in with Tropico. I'm gonna really work in that shade up here, just so that it all lightly blends in together. I'm grabbing the shade Cafecito now and going back in with that same Zoeva 228 brush. And I'm gonna be tapping this right into the crease area. So I'm going in a circular motion, just only adding that shade right on the outer corner of the eye. I don't wanna take that shade up because it is pretty dark. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of my base and just tap this right onto the lid. I'm not gonna cut the crease today, but I just wanna add a little bit more back onto this area. And this is the BH number 8 brush. Now I'm gonna go in with my favorite shade of them all, El Malecon, with the 234 Zoeva brush. This shade's kind of like a mint and an olive, like had a baby together. I don't know how to explain it, but wow, just look at that. I didn't even want my brush. I really, oh my gosh. Oh, I love this shade. I'm gonna take it up pretty high too. I'm gonna go back in with the shade Cafecito, which is that dark brown shade. I'm just gonna tap it right over this area right here so that it looks a little more blended. About this palette too, if you guys don't know, the girl who created this palette, her name is Gabby. She is actually from Cuba originally, and this is like a whole Cuba inspired palette, which I think is so amazing because she literally was born in Cuba, came from Cuba to the US, and has been living her life out there, you know, and she's had this dream of doing this, and to be able to see her palette come to life and it represent Cuba and her roots and where she's from is really inspiring to me. So that's why I was really like touched to use this palette in particular. On top of that, I love Gabby. I've met her and she's like the sweetest girl ever. But I love that the palette is obviously, this is actually the area I believe that she grew up in Cuba, but everything here is something to do with Cuba. I'm gonna take in this shade La Costa with this 230 pencil brush from Zoeva. And you guys already know where this color is gonna go. I feel like I always need an inner corner highlight all the time. It really just really makes the eyeshadow pop. Like no matter what shadow color I do, I will always add a shade right in here. For my eyeliner, I'm gonna be going in with the LA Girl Gel Jet Black Eyeliner. And I do not have a new brush for that, so I'm gonna be using my MAC 210 brush. We're just gonna be doing a nice wing liner for this look. Okay, so for mascara, I'm gonna go in with the Lancôme Mousier Big Waterproof Mascara. This is the waterproof version of the original one. You're still gonna get tons of volume with this mascara, but this is the newest mascara that I have, so I figured, you know what, we will do it for this look. So for my lashes today, I'm going to go in with the MV Cosmetic lashes in the shade Santa Monica. So for this lash style, because it's very flared at the end, I'm making sure to extend it as far as I can, more towards the outer part of the eye. And then now I'm just gonna go back in and reline it. You wanna make sure that you do not skip this part. Last thing you want is to be looking chumpy and looking like that at the club. You know, we can't have that around here. I like to line it and then pull down. And then again, line it and pull down to make sure it's all nice and even. And that is pretty much how you cover up those traces to make sure that there is no lash glue showing whatsoever. So now that we've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and back the camera up and start working on everything else. All right, so we're gonna dive next into some skincare, and I need it so bad. I need everything right now. I broke out pretty much everywhere. I have a lot of texture on my skin. My period came in very hard this month. Very strong, very vicious, very mean. Made me a little crazy. I was a little emotional all week. And in return, this is what I got for being a biatch. All right, so we're just gonna get into the skincare. I have 2 new products that I'm excited to use and try today. So the first one is this Shiseido Ultimate Power Infusing Concentrate. And I just pulled up a little bit about it so I could tell you guys what it does. This is a one-of-a-kind boosting pre-treatment defense against multiple signs of aging and damage. This also makes your skin visibly brighter, softer, and more hydrated. You'll see makeup glide on over soft skin. Wrinkles and lines appear less visible too. Okay, I'm gonna pour all of this on my face right now. I like to normally do 1 pump, so that is 1 pump right there. And I'm gonna be going in with the Sigma skincare brushes. These are brand new, and I'm so excited about this because I'm a huge fan of using tools for skincare. For the longest time, I would use my foundation brush to apply any kind of clay mask or gel mask on my skin because I did not like digging my finger in there or feeling it on. I wanted to evenly spread the product on and always just use my foundation brushes. And then when I would freelance, I would never like to use my hands on clients. I always liked using brushes for sanitary reasons, but also because brushes are so soft and gentle to the skin that it doesn't tug on anything. It doesn't pull the skin. It really just does it in the most gentle way possible, which is why they always say to use the ring finger because this has the least amount of pressure. I think it's really awesome. They made brushes finally for skincare. So I'm gonna use specifically this brush. This is the S10 Serum Brush. I love this because it is lightly tapered, so I think it's gonna really just feather and push it into the skin how it should go. Oh yeah, that feels good. Because with serums, the one thing about them is that you have to kind of apply it on the skin and let it absorb. My mistake when I used to apply serums is I used to like rub it in like it was a moisturizer, and that's like the biggest no-no. I always now just press on the skin and let it seep in. So I feel like this is almost giving like the same concept as well. I'm a huge fan of serums. You guys know I love serums. I feel like that's what truly transformed my skin and a lot more plumped. And I just feel like without serums, my skin doesn't look the same, you know? So if you guys ever get a chance to get a serum and really invest into it, I definitely would. There's like a slight tackiness left on the skin, but I don't mind that at all. The skin's really just going to, you know? All right, so now that we have that all on the skin, I am gonna pop in a little bit of eye cream. You guys know I cannot skip that step. I'm gonna use the Sigma Eye Cream S20 brush, and this one isn't new. It's my Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Cream. I'm just gonna go in with this brush right here. And no matter what kind of makeup look I do, I feel like I always need to add eye cream, like no matter what. This is actually a pretty good brush. It's better than my finger, that's for sure. Alright, so for foundations, I was really crushed on which one I wanted to use because there is 2 brand new foundations that are out. They sound both like a dream, full coverage, radiant, flawless, just the most perfect foundation ever. But I really couldn't decide which one I wanted to use, so I just decided to go with the one that I feel you guys would probably like better, and that is the Colourpop No Filter Foundation. This is brand spanking new. I have not even played with it yet. You guys know I'm a huge fan of the concealer, so I feel like I'm really going to like this. I want to like it, so I hope we like it. It says the same skin perfecting formula you love now in a foundation, which if you use a concealer, you know it's great, it's fantastic. It's replaced my Shape Tape, like that's all I can say. So this is full coverage, long wearing, natural matte finish, which I like. I love a matte finish, but it can't be too matte. It has to be comfortable. So I feel because it's gonna be natural matte, it's gonna be a little more comfortable. There are 42 shades, no filter needed, and only $12. Wow. So this is not the foundation. These are just like the little samples they sent us so we can kind of figure out our shade. So the actual foundation will come like this with the pump as well. So they said in here, I am medium 100, medium 10, and medium 15. I'm gonna try these out first and see which one goes with my skin. So that's medium. So this one would be medium 10, which is just a little deeper. I'm gonna go with the 100. I feel like the 100 is gonna be probably perfect. It's gonna even me out. So I'm gonna go in with my Sapphire Beauty Blender. This is like their newest shade. I think this is probably my favorite Beauty Blender color they've ever come out with. So I'm gonna go ahead and press this onto my skin. Again, this is in the shade 100. I already like what I see. So far feels really nice and weightless. It doesn't feel heavy whatsoever. It actually comes out thinner than what I thought it was gonna come out like because it is a full coverage. I was expecting it to be a little more thicker, but watch, I'll show you. See, it just kind of runs. It's more of a lighter foundation. I feel like when the foundation's like heavy, like super full, if I were to put it on my hand, it won't run, it just kind of stays there. So this one, like, because of that, I feel like it's gonna be a more like comfortable full coverage foundation. The finish, I'm loving the coverage. Shade doesn't look bad whatsoever. For concealer today, I'm going to use this new one from Tarte. This is the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I just got this one in the mail. Now, I'm not sure if this is new. It says new packaging, same formula, but I've never heard of this concealer. So I'm not sure if they changed it up or if this is like something I just never knew about. But it's new to me, so I feel like it's new and it might be new to some of you guys. But this is to be a full coverage, creaseless, long wearing, like the whole shebang concealer. Is that the little goes a long way, and it says to actually pat it in with your finger. So I'm gonna try to do that. This is in the shade light medium. So I'm gonna use light medium first, and then I'm going to maybe use another one to brighten up. I'm always so afraid to try new concealers because I do not like things to crease up on me at all. I don't have time for that. You know, I don't have time to touch up. I feel like I'm one of those when I have concealer or makeup or anything, I need to stay put from the minute I put it on to the minute I take it off. The only thing I don't mind touching up, honestly, is my lip color or gloss. But when it comes to like face, I despise looking in the mirror and seeing like stuff, like my makeup moving or things happening or fallout in a mascara. Like, it drives me nuts because I secure the makeup before I leave. You know, you guys see how much Fix Plus I put on, how much setting powder and stuff. So it's like, for it to move, I'm like, So that's why I always get a little scared when it comes to concealers in particular. Now this one, I will say, it feels thick. This one feels thick. It does, and it has kind of like, do you guys see kind of like how it looks a little wet and dewy? I don't know if that's part of the formula, but this one feels heavier than what I'm used to. So again, it says to patting with the finger. Okay, I'm gonna go in my beauty blender. I feel like this might be a little easier. It really like emphasizes that Chanel bag right there, you know? Really brings it out. I don't think I'm a fan of this one, to be honest. I'm gonna grab something. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go in with another one real quick. This is the Colourpop no filter. I figured, you know what, we're using the foundation. Let's just finish this off with the same concealer. So now that we have that in, we're gonna go ahead and set the makeup. So again, we have a few more Colourpop new products. So these are the no filter setting powders. So you're gonna get your pressed and your loose. So we're gonna be using the translucent shade and light. I always like to use light to set my skin just because I'm gonna go in a little later with bronzer. I don't mind the light just to set certain areas. And then of course, translucent front of the eyes. I'm gonna take in the number 2 brush from BH Cosmetics with the shade Light. I'm gonna go ahead and just lightly tap my skin with this. I always like to set before I go in with like any type of like translucent baking powder type of product. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with that translucent powder. Colourpop is just coming strong lately with all these products. So that's what the shade looks like. It's not entirely white. It looks like kind of like vanilla cake mix, I would say. I'm gonna get that beauty blender. I'm gonna press it into there and I'm just going to add this mainly right here. I'm gonna do my chin area as well. And like I said, I kind of want to do one of the blues underneath. I'm thinking, I don't know, I was going to do this one, but I'm thinking this one. Okay, Vadaero. I'm going to like to just first start by pressing. Oh, this is a Zoeva 226 smudger brush. Oh, that looks good. Wow, this is beautiful. I love it. So what's good about this look is that if you don't want to do the blue, you can probably do one of the shades under here, like even the brown one, and it'll look just as great. I just wanted to switch it up, something a little different, add more color to it, because I always do kind of brown. So I'm loving how this is coming out though. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this totally teal. I know it's teal, but it's gonna contrast really nicely against that blue. And just go kind of back and forth. I kind of like to dig it into my eye, because if it bleeds, it's gonna bleed nicely into the blue. And then one more time with the shade La Costa, which is that very light shade, we're gonna add a little bit more into the inner part of the eye, just to kind of tie it all in together. All right, so while we're baking, I'm gonna go ahead and start bronzing up my skin. This is where I truly come to life with the bronzer Give Me Life. This is part of the MAC X Patrickstarrr collection. This is his 3rd collection. I'm so proud of him. I did a look actually on my live yesterday with this palette. It's like a super intense halo eye. It came out so gorgeous. So if you guys want to see what the shadow looked like, I have it on my Instagram. I'm gonna grab the number 5 brush from BH Cosmetics. And I'm going to start first right around my hairline. This is where I like to bronze up. I have a 5 head, so gotta give a little bit of contour and a little bit of warmth in this area. I legitimately counted 5. They all fit. Make sure if you do this, you really buff out the bronzer so you don't have like a bronzer helmet. Sometimes that happens to me. It's not fun. So I'm gonna go in with that same brush, and I'm just going to take it down and just start doing really light circular motions. So I'm doing this to kind of give a nice contour. I'm also holding my brush more towards the end of the handle so that the application is a little more lighter, not really pulling or tugging on the skin. All right, so for setting spray, there's not really a new setting spray that's out. So I'm gonna use one that's, I would say, more new to you guys. Like, I use it often, but I don't really share it much on here. And that is the PUR Miracle Mist Hydrating Spray. This is one that I started using a few months ago and then kind of like forgot about it because I always go back to Fix Plus, and then recently started using it again and don't want to stop using it. It's so good. Truly leaves my skin looking very hydrated, very wet, very dewy. I just really like the finish of it. So I'm gonna spray this all over. And that one is packed with vitamins as well, in case you're wondering like what's in it. It's like literally a miracle mist for the skin. So we're gonna go in with the MAC HyperReal Glow Highlight. And this is in the rosy one, the rosy shade. So I'm gonna take in this first one right here and this small 134 Powder Fusion brush from Sueva. I'm just gonna target really where I wanna glow. You cannot forget the forehead glow. And then as always, I like to hit the chest area as well. And then for the blush, I'm gonna be using a loose one today. This is the Nars Orgasm Illuminating Loose Powder. So this is more of like a highlighting powder. For me to highlight, it is a little dark, but I do like it as a blush. So I'm just gonna top off my highlight and my bronzer with this color. I actually have to go in with a completely different brush because everything I have here is a little too big. I'm gonna take in this brush right here. So for my lips, I kind of want to wear something in the lighter, glossy, peachy tones. I'm going to be mixing about three or four different things. I'm not quite sure yet. But I'm going to go first in with this Buxom Plumpline lip liner in the shade Incognito. This is kind of like a bare, very natural shade. I'm going to go in now with MAC Spice Lip Pencil and just do like a little bit of contouring around the lip area. And I do want this to be a little more glossy, so I'm going to be using the NYX Super Clicky Glossy Lipstick. And this is in the shade Munchies. So it's very, very glossy when it's on, so... Here is the finished look, and I'm kind of sad because I just have to go to bed. I'm going nowhere. I'm not gonna be able to enjoy my makeup out, and this is the downfall of me filming late at night because it is 1 in the morning. It's okay. The makeup look looks amazing. I at least got a chance to film it, and I'm really happy I did. I really love the way this whole makeup look came out, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I want to see you guys rocking this look, and if you do, please be sure to tag me on Twitter or Instagram. I would love to see it and repost your guys' look. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys again for watching and supporting my channel. Subscribe if you are not, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.